Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm going to show you two really cool teams you can use for this Tower of Doom event. The first team will be a No Mythic alternative, and really good for all level of players. This is going to work really well regardless of your status in the game. You can be a new player, and this is still going to work really well. And the second team I'll show will be a super fast, very fast indeed, Mythic alternative if you have the required troops. But either way, you have to use the event weapon, the Doomed Corsair. This is important because it gives you times to score. If you don't use this in your team, you are seriously doing your guild a disservice, because whatever score you get, it could be doubled by including this weapon in your team. So it absolutely should be in your team if you care about your guild and helping them out. Anyway, you get that from the shop, available at tier 4, and the benefit to getting it is you gain the benefits of the other stuff anyway. Obviously you get more Doom sigils and more golden stuff as you go through the tiers, and at tier 1 you get the potion of enchantment, tier 2 you get the potion of explosion, giving us a nice quick start at the beginning of the game, and tier 3 you get the potion of rejuvenation, healing 3 damage for all allies at the start of your turn. And all these things apply to this event only. And at tier 4 we get the Doomed Corsair weapon, which, as I said, you absolutely must use to get the times to score. So let's take a look at the first team. Right, the unlock scroll for our guild is in this room here. Each time you do a Tower of Doom, you'll have a couple of what's called scouts in your guild going around all the rooms, listing on Terran's world map, something like that, where the decent stuff is, like the luck scrolls, the fireball scrolls, the haste scrolls, the unlock scrolls, things like that. Really important. And you only go to those rooms with the good stuff in, saving your guild a heck of a lot of sigils going to rooms where it wasn't actually necessary. And you can do the rooms that you need to, then jump straight to the unlock scroll progressing. So we'll jump to this one. Let's have a look at the first team. First team for this is going to be the weapon, of course, then 2 times Tesla and Royal Engineer in the Geomancer class. The good thing about Geomancer class is there's lots of benefits which are actually going to help us in this event. Reduce damage from skulls by 50%. We can have anti-magic sphere. We can have tactician, boosting up the damage of our weapon. Rock solid, gain a barrier when matching brown gems, which will do to charge up our Royal Engineer. Bonus brown, why not, and fortitude. This is going to be really good at the start of the game, but if things get tough for you and as things get more difficult as the tower progresses, then switch to Elementalist class. It'll be a slightly slower start, but it'll be a lot safer with all that burn, freeze, stun and entangle going on at the enemy on a 4 match. So start with this and then switch to Elementalist class if things get tough. Tesla is going to be useful for this, but we can use the weapon, of course, dealing damage to the first 2 enemies, +2 per temporary level, then create 2 blue gems for each blue ally and enemy. We're forced to use blue anyway, of course, so we get a bonus load of blue for that. But every blue enemy in the team will boost up the amount of gems that creates, giving us a chance to basically loop and do it again. Tesla does 8 true scatter damage boosted by all ally and enemy armor. So we're not going to use nitrous for this, we're going to use medals of guard. Medals of guard give you +8 armor per ally, so that is going to help boost up Tesla's damage. And as well as that, the enemy pretty much helps us with Tesla anyway. On these early stages, things will be fairly straightforward because we have low level enemies, but as the tower increases and the enemy gets harder, their armor increases, which basically just Tesla scales with and does more and more damage the more powerful the enemy. So it really doesn't actually help them, because Tesla will just get more and more powerful the more powerful the enemy gets. So 2 of them will work really well. And if you need a little boost to Tesla, you can cast the Royal Engineer, giving magic-based armor to all allies, outputting Tesla's damage even higher. Has a summon as well, and also creates 3 bomb gems. Little word of warning, I wouldn't cast Royal Engineer willy-nilly, just non-stop all the time, because bomb gems need to be destroyed or exploded to be gotten rid of, and we don't have any way of exploding or destroying gems in our team, so just be wary of that. Gain bonus red mana from red gem matches is really good for our Tesla. So let's show this team in action first. Oh, where am I going? Go to the right bit. There we go. So we'll get that potion of explosion at the beginning. That'll generate a bit of mana. Looking for red or blue. Take an extra turn though when it's there. Absolutely, why not? Let's get that double bubble red. Tesla, at this level, for me, is going to give a boost of 267. So that's like with the 8. That's mental. That's like just going to wipe everybody out straight away. Even if you're a newer player to the game, you're going to be doing plenty of that damage to wipe the enemy out at the beginning. And like I said, as the enemy progresses and gets more powerful, it's not going to do him any favours, because Tesla will just get more powerful as well. Very, very nifty indeed. She's fantastic for these events. She really is. Right, so let's grab that because it's a match. And that. So you can see this team is certainly not going to hang around unless you get really unlucky on the lack of red or blue on the screen. And what is next? Unlock scroll is in the first room, so let's dive into there. And when you face all blue enemies, that's when the weapon becomes really good as well, because that's a really high chance of looping on itself. Right, so we'll grab some red from there, give them an extra turn on brown, or risk it, whatever, because they're going to die anyway. Risk it for a biscuit. Chocolate hobnob, please. All those nice Fox's cream ones with the creamy stuff in the middle. Or a traditional jammy dodger. Oh, biscuits. I do like a biscuit. Oh, nice triple chocolate cookie. Something like that. Anyway, meant to be concentrating on this team here. Right, so we've got that weapon up. Let's chuck it on them. Give them a little bash with that. Did get recharged. And an extra turn. That's pretty cool. Got to get that for our Tesla, because enchantment we're going to be ready next round anyway. And that is going to be a lot quicker overall. Bish bash bosh them all out of there. Alright, let's jump forward a few levels. I've jumped forward to floor 12 on the boss room, and obviously the boss room is the toughest one regarding stats of each room. But the thing is with Tesla, like I said already, like her stats just go up and up. The higher the enemy stats, the more powerful she gets. So when it gets to this stage, when you have to cast both your Teslas, don't cast the first Tesla absolutely straight away. Have some patience, charge them both up, then cast them back to back to do nice quick damage, because if you cast the first one too early, basically you're going to be in a situation where the second one is mana blocked and you have to wait a while for her to cast. Being a bit unlucky with my red and blue right now, but hey ho. It is what it is. So there's the first lot of look, and Tesla is ready to cast. You can do a whopping 413 boost to that, but it's not enough to wipe the enemy out. But just show a little patience, just wait one more or two rounds, because the potion of enchantment, we can even chip in with a bit of damage with that. And then cast them back to back. And even on this level, we are going to wipe them out very, very easily indeed. Let's jump to the next room. I had quite a bit of power to spare there, if you know what I mean, on the second cast of the overkill side of things. So even if you're a lower level than me, then that will absolutely still work. And that was without a boost from the Royal Engineer either, by the way. I didn't actually boost up the team, so there's extra power to be gained if you want it from the Royal Engineer, if you need it. So same deal, let's grab some red and blue first, but red don't exist, so let's make sure we get some blue instead. Not going to worry about casting that weapon at first, because there's no blue enemies on here, on this team, so we're not getting any boost from that. We'll cast it now though, just do a bit of damage, create some more blue, see if it messed up that skull hit, but it didn't. Never mind. Game really doesn't want me to have red, does it? But it's all good, because by the time we cast this, the round after that, the next Tesla will be ready anyway, because the potion of enchantment, and we can use that extra round to use the Royal Engineer to buff up the team, causing even more enormous power output. And there was like stacks of spare power there. That was huge overkill. There's like over 300, I think, true damage still spare from that second cast. Let's take a look at the boss room. Let's take on this motley crew. Still doesn't want us to have red or blue. Wow, the game's been a meanie to me. So be it. It'll be alright. Let's get red for our Teslas. Let's give ourselves a bit of a armor boost. And in these 2 turns, the game will be over. This cast first. The boost is 509. Look at that. Tesla up the next round anyway, and kaboosh them all out of there. Very straightforward and easy. Task completed, Slayer. Right, I'll take this opportunity to just show a different team to this. So where are we? On floor 14, we have a locked scroll in the third room. Right, if you've got the troop, like a Kiwi in our guild, you put 2 of these in the team, and it was definitely a good way to go. But if you've got 3 of them, things are just going to happen super fast, because the Takshaka is going to do true damage to an enemy and a random enemy, create a mix of blue and green, and because all the blue basically can feed into this and get the extra turn, it can just work really, really well. And as well as that, it's going to help it self-charge and get an extra turn because of all the blue that Takshaka puts on the screen. So again, really, really cool. And again, same as the other team, you can start in Geomancer class and you can switch, if you like, to Elementalist when things get a bit tougher. So let's see how this one rolls. Now, awesome third trait of Takshaka, really helping this team get charged up quickly. Correct times for your wild card when my turn begins has a really good chance of just making things work pretty much instantly. So let's do this. Decent damage, let's wipe them out. And we have more stuff here, let's do it that way in fact. Self-charged again. All got charged again. All that blue on the screen really helping the team out and win. But I'm not actually sure that's actually as quick as the Tesla team is going to be. I'm not going to time it or nothing, but it was alright. This is where the unlocked scroll is. Dicky Bird fly in. Let's try and bash that out of the way. See, we've got 13 out of our 18 already on our mana. We can take a skull hit if we take this, but that's okay. We can afford it. Right, so they do have 2 blue enemies here, so it's going to increase the amount of blue generated. We'll take those random skull hits as they come along at the same time. Let's shock the damage on the Valraven. Try and get that thing in the bag as fast as possible. Lots of blue on the screen. Really good chance of an extra turn. Sort that thing out before it flies away. Takshaka recharged. This is quite a simple team to use. Well, quite is the understatement of the year. It's very easy to use. And Takshaka will hit twice when there's 1 enemy left. So that will be enough to finish off that last troop. So this is a nice way to go about it. If you don't want to have to look at the screen too much, you can be watching some sport on the other side of the telly or something, or on another screen. You can be watching the cats. You can be checking for rabid badgers in your garden if you can see out the window. Any of those things are good while using this team. It's super straightforward and easy to use. So let's do this Doom of Nature. There we go. Look, Takshaka nearly got charged up absolutely straight away. You can still take things like the brown matches if you like for the benefit of the barrier, but when this team gets going, it's pretty reliable because of all the blue that Takshaka creates. Is going to help the weapon keep on going. Like that. Like I'm not going to even... Actually, I will take that. I'm going to get Takshaka charged. But it should loop pretty well with the weapon as well, as it is doing now, until I said that, and then it obviously stops. That is the way it goes, you know. Back-to-back Takshakas, and kaboosh them all out of there. Yeah, so not too bad. Right, should that do? What floor number is it? I can't stop on an uneven number. Oof! Can't stop on floor 15, that just messes with my head. So I have to get onto an even number. That's just the weird kind of person that I am. But yeah, that Tesla, that team, when you're casting them back to back, that will still be doing really well on this level as well. Absolutely no doubt about that. Scaling with the enemy, getting more powerful as they get more powerful. Takshaka's ready again. Let's bash them out of it. And do we need to get that? Nah, we'll just get Takshaka charged that way and call the job a good un. Job? You're a good un. Do you see? Right, unlock scroll is in there for my guild. our guild. Alright, it's not too shabby. Let's grab that and that. Let's do a little bit of damage and be on our way. Alright, here we go. Takshaka, you're up. And again, didn't have to do anything to collect. Oh, wow, that was unlucky. How much stuff appeared then without nothing happening for the team? Go on, AR, you take them 400 extra blue things that I generated. Oh, no charge of anything. Take a sword thingy, pointy thing round the chops then instead. And on to the next boss room. Then record a video a day by going up to it saying video. Do you know what you are? You, my friend, are a day. There's nothing you can do about it. Oh dear. No self-charge again? What the fidgety fudge? But most of the time, as you can see, it will be nice and reliable most of the time. That's why I still like the Tesla team. I still rate that Tesla team. Still think it'll do rather nicely indeed. Hey, we've got Takshaka up again now. Do your job properly, bud. And don't then. Yes, we got there. Whatever it is a couple of teams to use for the Tower of Doom. Both really, really effective. But yeah, I love that Tesla team. But the Takshaka team can be used as well to just turn your brain off and just press the buttons without having to actually think too much. If you enjoyed this video, it'd be really cool if you bash that like and subscribe button. It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching. And feel free to share the video amongst your fellow Gems of War players. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.